Okay, so this is just a little short video, mainly of the airbrush that I arrived yesterday. Actually, it came quite fast in the post. I'm using it on the 12 grenadiers that I've made up from that Band of Brothers set that we've got. It took me about 2 hours to make them off the sprue, and then as you can see, I'm just giving them a nice little prime, not getting too close to them, because the last thing you want to do is completely coat them in the black primer, because then you're going to end up losing your details on them then. And also, when I'm using the brush itself, as you see, I'm putting thinner in first, followed by the paint, and then more thinner, and then mixing it up with the brush, just simply so when you actually go to spray, it's actually spraying the thinner out first with the paint, just so you can get no blockages in there at all. So yeah, this is quite easy to use on these. Like I say, I was keeping my distance from them. Probably about 3 or 4 miniatures, and then reloading, like you go there, look, just retopped it, mixed it up, and away I went again. All in all, it took me about 7 minutes in total, so yeah, not bad. Now when I was cleaning the airbrush, just literally fill the cup with thinner, not obviously too much, and just blast it through till all the paint's gone. And if you need to, like I did in this one, just top it up a little bit, just a bit more reassurance, put some more thinner in there and just blast it through. I was using detergent before, and a friend of mine told me not to do it because I'd ruin the seals. So I watched a few more videos and I realised they were using the thinner to clean it through, so that's what I'm doing here, and it worked an absolute treat. So detergent I will never be using ever again. It'll be thinner all the way through, and when I tilt the cup, you'll see that it's nice and clean inside. There's a little bit of paint on the outside, but that's where I spilt some out the cup, but apart from that, on the inside, completely spotless. When I stripped him down, the needle had a tiny bit of black paint on it, so that got rid of. My advice to you is every time you do use a spray airbrush, strip it down and get that needle out and just give it a good clean. That was my daughter's hand just there, because she was helping me out, and we were wearing masks. Always wear masks when airbrushing. I would do anyway. It's just more safer because you don't want to be breathing any of these fumes in at all. So yeah, coming to the end of it now, and we'll talk more about the airbrush. And there we go. That's the airbrush taken apart from the rear. The needle I removed, it did have some black paint on there, so I had to take that off because I just couldn't leave it on there because it'd affect my next turn with it. So now we're done, let's talk about the airbrush. And that's it. Little Lynn's in bed asleep. These are primed, and that's the airbrush I used. What are my thoughts on it? Good. Go out and buy it. Seriously, I paid $18.99 for that off eBay. Originally, I was looking on Amazon for them. They were like 60 odd quid, and I thought I'm not paying that, not just for an airbrush, because I got the generator already. So I was just looking for an airbrush. I'm not paying that money for an airbrush. So I thought I'll go on eBay and buy one second hand off someone. You can't go wrong with that. And then this popped up, brand spanking new, and I thought, oh, I'll go for that one then. Look at the reviews, and they were all good, surprisingly. I was expecting them all to say, oh, it falls apart, it doesn't spray properly. No, none of that. It's really good. They was all saying that it was really, they used it really well and it was working really well. So I thought I'd get one then. For like under 20 quid, you can't go wrong, really. I can't tell you what it's going to be like in 6 months' time, but hopefully it's still working fine. I mean, I'll look after it. As you saw, I'll clean it thoroughly inside and out to make sure that it's done properly. I had to get one because the Scania that I done in my previous video, that was all done by hand. And when I come to put the metallic blue on, I was dreading it because you have to get it all nice and even on paintwork like that. And luckily, it went fine. I was really chuffed with the outcome with that. But I certainly wouldn't want to do that again. Not if I've got an airbrush. So I thought I'd get one. So I did. This one here. Like I say, kmoon, eBay, $18.99 to about $23.99, I think they're ranging from. Definitely worth a buy. Certainly better than my old airbrush that I had, which was these guys, Susku, I think what they're called. You might as well use this thing as a bloody paperweight. That's what I'm doing with mine. Junk. That's the generator you want, really. Well, I've got anyway, Timber Tech. I got mine half price. That's why I picked them up, and really good. Really, really good. My old generator, that hideous thing there, when you press the on button, that's it. It's proper vibrating, going really loud until you actually physically turn it off. This Timber Tech, when you stop spraying, this shuts off. It turns off, and then as soon as you hit the button to start spraying again, it kicks in. You'll probably hear it in the video working away. Yeah, good bit of kit that is. Like I said, I got one off Amazon, half price. Really chuffed with that. Just quick, because I wanted it to be a quick video because the time's getting on. But this is what I was priming. These are the German Grenadiers from that bolt action starter pack that I was on about. The half track you saw me do. These are the guys that go with it. It took me about 2 hours to make these off the sprues. There's no instructions telling you like how they do like a normal model kit. You have to kind of do it all yourself. You have to piece them together. What I've done is I looked at the photographs on the box. That's how I managed to pin some of them together, and some of them I just done myself. I thought, well, that arm goes there, the other arm goes there. How simple is that? So I've done a few of them myself. But yeah, I'm really chuffed with the outcome of these. Now they're all primed. Like I said in the video, I was trying not to get too close with that airbrush, because the last thing you need is to completely douse them in primer, because if you put it on too thick, you're going to lose all your detail on it. That's why I was trying my best just to try and put like a light coat on them. I remember going to when I was about 12, I went to a games workshop evening at a local village hall we used to go to, and this old boy, this lad, he used to get the black paint, and he used to coat them like you're painting someone's fence or something in it. And I walked up to it to have a little look, and it dried, and it looked absolutely awful. And he's going, "Yeah, look at mine's primed. I can't wait to get on and paint this." And I was like, "Yeah, the outcome's going to look really smart, mate." But yeah, that's why I was trying to put a lightest coat on as possible, because then when you come to paint them properly, you've still got all your detail there, and that's what's important for these, especially this scale 156. Well, these are 28mm, they class them as, and obviously you want to try and get as much detail in there as you can, because my boys are itching to play this game, and I have said to them, look, bear with me, let me get this built up first, let's get them painted, do it properly, and then we can have a good game with them. So yeah, they're itching to do that. But my next video will be the Tomcat. I'm going to put these to one side now, and the Tomcat's going to be next, so I'll do that with my little girl. I'll be helping her out with it, getting her cut off the sprues, fold up, and I have said to her that she can have a go with the airbrush when we come to do the Tomcat. Well, we'll see how it builds first. You never know, it might end up in the bin. Some of the reviews I've read on it, it should be quite interesting. I'm actually looking forward to it, that Tomcat, because they said it's not a very good kit, so we'll see how we get on with it. So on that note, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to finish my tea, have a lovely last bit of the weekend, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.